Because every day above ground is a good day. Some are just more questionable than others. Questionable call, Monday edition. We got 8 on the board, and we roll immediately. And while the NBA Finals are set, as are the Stanley Cup Finals, summertime, backyard barbecue, family get-togethers. Take a look at this. You got Unk, and he's going to slip and slide. But we'll look close. Bam! What the hell just happened? What just happened? Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my goodness. Can we watch that one more time? Because watch closely when he actually hits the ground. He's going to slip, and he's going to bam, and then the airbag deploys. Was it a car accident? Where did that belly come from? All right, that's good enough. Close shot, please. A little screenshot. Can we get a look at? Look at his belly. He was hiding that behind the shirt. Where did that come from? Question on the board. Is it wrong to laugh? Yes or no? Yes. Is it funny? Also yes. I'm sorry. Remember what we said about when you can laugh, people falling down? They can't be too old, they can't be too big, and they can't be too hurt. While he was grabbing for his, oh, I'm hurt. While he was giving a little bit of the Friday, my neck, my back, he's okay. It's okay to laugh. Let's roll on to number 7 in the countdown. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970. Road trip season, summertime, more in the car. Get everything you need from your tires to your brakes to your batteries, slbt.com. Caitlin Clark, the big story once again over the weekend because she got rocked. She got decked by Chicago Sky player Chennedy Carter. Take a look in case you didn't see as this happened on Saturday afternoon.
And Clark.
Boom. It's a little acting.
I mean, that's clear all which was called.
Look at here.
Is, will they call
You're a B word, and bam.
Unnecessary. Chennedy Carter.
Yeah. That, by the way, upgraded to a flagrant foul over the course of. But then post-game, Ms. Chennedy Carter was asked about the incident, what led up to it, what was said, etc. Here's what she had to say.
Kennedy, on the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Someone said that's enough. Take a look at the screenshot. Chennedy Carter posting this, I believe, on Threads. Does anyone remember they still have a Threads account? It's the thing that's kind of like Twitter on your IG. Beside three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table? Man, crying emoji. Yeah, it's time to talk. Well, questions on the board. This Clark targeting, is it actually good or is it bad for the WNBA? Now, this is going to sound crazy, but the reality is this stuff that happens, when the game's not being played is actually great for the WNBA because we're talking about it, because we're watching and consuming on social media and debating and discussing. Where does this come from? Obviously, it's jealousy. Obviously, a lot of the league is tired of this one young lady getting all the attention and all the credit and all the props. But the reality is, if you were to answer Kennedy's question, the answer would be, what does she bring? Eyeballs, engagement, interest. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's right. Does Caitlin Clark benefit from being a pretty, not gorgeous, straight, white girl who looks like the girl next door from Iowa? Absolutely she does. The league does as well. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm telling you that's what it is. We continue on in the countdown to number 6. Fueled by Celsius. Essential Energy. Live Fit. Today is the Oasis Vibe. That is a sparkling prickly pear, lime edition. That's good energy for the day with no crash. Celsius. Essential Energy drinks. We got drinks in hand, but it wasn't Celsius, unfortunately. Luca Doncic headed to the NBA Finals, hanging out with his dad. They had just won the Western Conference Championship. Take a close look as Michael Finley comes in and snatches the beer right out of Luca's hand. Take a look. Got a little beer. Watch how smooth this is. Hands out. Here comes Finley. I'll take that. Thank you. Handshake for dad. And look at Luca. Look at Luca. Yeah, little shrug. Look at Luca. Can we get a close-up of Luca's face one more time? Michael Finley slides in, just grabs the beer. Now look, he's like, what? Yeah, look straight ahead, bro. He jacked your beer. All right. Question on the board. Question. Was it wrong? Which was wrong, rather? Which was wrong? Luca to have the beer or Michael Finley to snatch it. Michael Finley is an assistant vice president of the organization and also general manager of this Dallas Mavericks franchise. He has the best interest of the organization in mind. But this was a week before the NBA Finals would begin. The man is standing with his dad, his father, and he, in a can of beer. It's not a bottle of whiskey. It's not a jug of tequila. It is a 12-ounce can of beer. Meanwhile, the Boston Celtics, they had beers open, and they actually had the child of a player with a can of beer in his hand during their lock it up celebration. This was wrong of Michael Finley to take away that moment from Luca Doncic and his dad. I get where you're going. I get it's like, hey, we're not done yet. It would have bothered me if this were after game 1, 2, or 3 of the NBA Finals, right? But we got a week between. Ain't no problem with sipping a beer with your dad, something you probably dreamed about your entire life. And we roll on in the countdown up to number 5. And it comes to us courtesy of a dude in his backyard who's just enjoying a little alone time with a leaf blower. But watch closely in the background because what appears to be his wife, she is watching the whole damn thing. Take a look. Now, what exactly is he doing? He's playing skydiver. Maybe it's a fetish. Maybe he's into weird stuff. I don't exactly know. But look at her. She's not moving. She's not trying to get him to stop. She's trying to figure what the hell he's doing. Now, look what happens when he realizes she's there. He turns it off. It just falls. He don't say anything. Look at her head. Look at. She just shakes her head in disgust. Unbelievable. Can we get a close-up, please, of the look on her face? That is the look on her face during this when she's thinking, why did I marry this man? Why won't he just die and I can collect life insurance money? The question is on the board. What is the best part of this clip? Look at, this is an older guy. He's wearing an Atari t-shirt. Clearly, he's somebody who enjoyed video games and having fun and playing. He's got a leaf blower in his mouth. He sees that it's probably the wife, turns her. The best part of this clip, without question, is when she waits to shake her head. She just stood there. She watched, didn't knock on the window, didn't say, what are you doing? Just gave that universal head shake of disgust, that universal head shake of there's nothing to say, and then she just walks away. Out freaking standing. We continue on the countdown all the way up to number 4. Presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 1-800-747-FREE. Anajar and Levine, take back control of your life. This comes to us from Yankees baseball. And Paul O'Neill, the former player who's going to attempt to say the name Ellie De La Cruz. Listen close.
And he's right behind Ellie De La Cruz. How? That's a tough one. From
No,
the
it's not.
Reds, you know, the young superstar that leads the world.
Yeah, that young superstar. Is it really that tough? I mean, because that's a tough one. Listen to it one more time because it turns almost rhythmic like a song.
And he's right behind Ellie De La Cruz. How? That's a tough one. From the Reds, you know, the young superstar that.
That's a tough. It's really not. Question is on the board. Question, Ellie De La Cruz. Tricky to say yes or no. Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz. No, it's not. It's rhythmic. It sounds like Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. Could be a Michael Jackson lyric from PYT. No, not tough to say. But we all do have that thing that when we start to, and then we try to fix it, we make it worse. Trust me, nobody misspeaks more than me, and I speak for a living. The countdown continues up to number 3. And it comes to us from the series clinching Game 6 in the Western Conference Finals of the NHL Stanley Cup. Connor McDavid, considered to be the best player in the world regardless, this early in Game 6 at home last night. Watch the wizardry. What kind of magic wizardry is this? Watch this goal. All right. Shh. It, pull it back, pull it in, pull it around, skate it through, and then up. Unbelievable. Can we watch that one more time? One more time. Take a look just so you can catch. You're going to slow it down. Wait, pulls it in. You know how hard it is to do that? Pulls it around. And then backhand. Top shelf. Unbelievable. Question on the board. How ridiculous was this goal actually? He's Connor McDavid. He's the best in the world. You're not supposed to score like that. Too many sticks, too much congestion. That puck is supposed to be poked away. He's supposed to get knocked down. That goal is absolutely ridiculous. Probably top 3 for the entire season in the NHL. And just like that, to number 2, we roll in the countdown. And it comes to us courtesy of the number 1 overall draft pick of the NFL draft, Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears, getting a little BP, getting a little time on the tee with the Chicago Cubs. Take a look at this. Look at the swing. Look at the stance. Look where the ball's going. Look at his elbow, back elbow. Get it up a little. The number 1 pick in the NFL draft. And look at the pants. All right. There it was. The tweet that came with this said that why do the world's best athletes look so athletic when they try to do anything baseball? I don't know. I don't know how bad that actually was, to be honest. Question on the board. Question. What was the worst part of this? The swing wasn't that bad. His footwork wasn't that terrible. Yeah, he can get his back elbow up. We get it. Yeah, he can square up a little bit. What was those pants, bro? Like what's with the sweatpants that are also bell bottoms? Was he Lainey Wilson? That's just a terrible look. I'm sorry. The worst part of this whole thing is the pants. That's all. I'll just leave it right there. And just like that, all the way to number 1 in the countdown, courtesy of another NFL quarterback. In fact, one who'll be sharing the spotlight with the dude who got traded, so Mr. Bell-Bottom Sweatpants could come in and take his spot. Zach Brown Band concert in Pittsburgh at the Acrisure Stadium, where the Steelers play. Take a look as they bring a special guest on stage. Look at this. And this is what it looks like, by the way, to be a rock star. That is Russell Wilson, the brand new quarterback, QB1 of the Steelers, looking thick. Giving the black and yellow to Mr. Brown. Look at this. Little reaction when Russ raises his hands up. But watch when Russ tries to get the crowd to get a little bit more hype. Because remember, he's feeling self-conscious. He's brand new. First time he's been in that field. Look it. Look it. And they get a little louder. But is it for him or is it for Zach Brown? And then Zach Brown says, yo, let's get a selfie. Camera right here. And look how cool this is with all those people behind. The question is on the board. Question, would this ovation, which was loud, would it be even bigger if it were Justin Fields bringing that jersey out? Who do you think would have got the bigger bump from that crowd? What you heard right there with Russ Wilson? Or if it were the aforementioned Justin Fields? The answer is Justin Fields. Because with Russell Wilson, we know what we're getting, and we know where you are in your career. With Justin Fields, first of all, 2-hour and 20-minute car ride from Acrisure Stadium to Columbus, where he played college football. He's an Ohio State guy. And I know some will say, wait a minute. You know, Russ was born in Pennsylvania. Doesn't matter. Justin Fields would have got an even bigger bump because they're saying, hey, man, we got you. We welcome you here. We know what happened in Chicago, but we're about this, and he's young, just getting started. Who knows what his ceiling might be? The bigger bump would have been for sure for Justin Fields. And just like that, we know what we got for sure. And that's the end of this episode. Hit subscribe right now. And remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Say goodnight to the bad guy. We'll see you Wednesday.